Hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel and thanks for clicking on the video. Tonight I am inviting you into my kitchen because tomorrow is my favorite holiday of all. It is St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, I bet you didn't know that about me. Yeah, sorry I'm so faded and dark, like the lighting is horrible. I said I'm in my kitchen. But anyway, what I want to do for you today is show you how I make my St. Patrick's uh, dinner. It's actually for the first time ever this year, it's going to be corned beef and cabbage. Usually it's lamb and cabbage and potatoes, but I couldn't find lamb. Don't know why. It's been harder to find year after year, but wasn't able to find lamb this year, so I had to settle for corned beef. Now, it's kind of weird. I think it's this. I had a bad experience with corned beef. I didn't get sick or anything, but it was one St. Patrick's Day years and years ago. I went out to a restaurant and I was like, okay, yeah, get some corned beef and cabbage. Let me tell you, the waiter brings me, I kid you not, a small, like one piece of corned beef, a small little cut of corned beef, and a leaf of cabbage on a plate. That was it. It was terrible. It was so uninspired. And so from that point on, I've always despised corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day, which is why I've opted for lamb. But since I can't find lamb, I'm going to use corned beef. Surprisingly enough, there was a ton of corned beef. Like you would think they'd be sold out of it, but they weren't. But we're gonna doctor it up a little bit before we throw it into the slow cooker. First thing I am going to do though is I'm going to put in about a quarter cup of water into the slow cooker and turn that on low. Then I'm gonna take my big old honkin' slab of corned beef here. Actually, before I do that, I need to prep. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna gussy it up with some with not too much, not too much. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but you can look here, or I'll show you. That might be easier. But I've got some rosemary and some thyme, and then the little seasoning packet that they give you with the corned beef. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my mortar and pestle here, grind it all up, and I'm gonna make a rub, and I'm gonna rub the corned beef and pop that in the slow cooker, and then we'll chop up my vegetables and the cabbage and throw that in there. But yeah, we're gonna do that. So let's go ahead and get this out. Okay. Not bad. All right. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to open this. Kitchen shears. These are dull as shit, but if you have a good pair of kitchen shears, they are invaluable. All right, toss those in there. I'm not even sure what the seasoning packet is. I guess we'll find out. And actually, let's grind that up a little bit. There are some seeds in there. These are so much fun. Although, I think for what I'm doing, I'd need a stone. A stone mortar and pestle would work a little bit better. But, it smells good. And the other thing about this too is it releases the flavor. Like, so if you don't know what a mortar and pestle is, I guess I'm doing a cooking video. I should explain to you what these things do like they do on the cooking shows, right? You expect way too much from Chuggy. Anyway, but mortar and pestle, you use it to grind up fresh herbs and things like that. What you do is you just take it and just kind of go in a circular motion. Okay. See? There we go. I want to grind that up a little bit more, get into a little bit more of a fine powder. All right, that's actually pretty good. The seeds are cracked. Then I'm going to take some rosemary leaves and drop those in there. Yeah, rosemary is great. I'm going to use a little bit. And actually, let's go ahead and add the thyme too. I want this to have kind of a drier taste, so I'm not going to use garlic or any of the normal stuff that I usually use when I cook. But yeah, St. Patrick's Day is my favorite holiday. Why? I don't know. When I was growing up, I was like really into Riverdance and Lord of the Dance. I still am, actually. And it's just fun, and Irish music is awesome. But yeah, I like the holiday, and not for drinking reasons. Like, that part about it kind of annoys me. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So the first thing that I'm going to do before we prep the meat is I'm going to just pat this, pat it down, get off some of the moisture. Actually will help my herbs and seasoning stick. Okay. All right, then with the rubber glove, because, you know, why touch raw meat if you don't have to? I'm going to take a little bit. Just kind of rub it on and into the meat. Now, I don't have a lot, but it shouldn't take much. You want to make sure you get both sides. Now, there are options. There are ways to cook corned beef so it's not so horrible, I guess. You can boil it, but I don't recommend that. Like I said, this is new for me. Last year was terrible, all right? So like I said, I make this every year. So it's lamb, cabbage, and potatoes, and soda bread, Irish soda bread. I don't make that, you know, you can buy it at like King Soopers or wherever. But I could not find green cabbage last year. Like, seriously, are you kidding me? No green cabbage? So I had to get red cabbage. And it was kind of sweeter. It has a little bit more of a sweet kick to it. It wasn't bad. All right, that's good for that side. Let's go ahead and flip this. Go ahead and sprinkle that on. Rub that in there. So this will probably have to end up being a two-part video. You know, it's a slow cooker and I'm not about to have my phone on pause for the next 6-8 hours, however long it takes this to cook. But I will definitely do video 2, teaser. Okay, let's finish the rest of this off. We're gonna go back and go ahead and flip it back to the other side and put a little bit more on the other side as well. This is already looking better. Okay. There we go. All right, good, good, good. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good here. Come in, well, let's take a look at that. Yeah, it looks great. All right. Take this bad boy, go ahead and pop it into my slow cooker. All right. Pop the top on that. Reynolds wrap. Cleanup is a breeze. Boom! All right. Got that done. Actually, no, we're not quite done yet. We got some fresh whole peppercorns. You're going to toss some peppercorns in there. Actually, we're going to go ahead and turn that to high. We're going to put it on high. So we have just put the seasoning on the corned beef. Got it sitting in the slow cooker on high. Next, we are going to get my vegetables prepped. So it's potatoes and cabbage. So let's get our cutting board here. And our potatoes are going to be baby reds. I have a bag of baby reds. It's like about a half pound of baby reds, I think, that I got. I didn't look at the box. I was just like, ooh, a number of potatoes I need that's not huge. I will get this. All right. So for this, actually, I think we'll try and zoom in if I can. There we go. Look at that. Boom. So I'm going to cut these is I'm just going to go across. And then the years past, I've done big chunks. I think I'm going to do smaller cubes this year. We'll try that and see what that gets us. Actually, let's make this easy for myself. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to do smaller cubes this year. Yeah, there we go. And the reason you want to cut them up is because they'll cook more evenly and it'll cook faster. So I've been making this recipe. I've been making this recipe for, I don't know, a little over 10 years, and I'm still perfecting a lot of parts of it. Like there we go. Hi, how you doing? I'm still perfecting a lot of parts of it. Like each year I tweak something, make it a little bit different, change things. And you know, that's the fun part of cooking, I suppose. Okay, there we go. But in one version of the recipe, I used to cook it for 3 days. 3 days in the slow cooker. By the time it was done, it was like this gross kind of just gray mush. And yeah, that wasn't very fun. It tasted good. I mean, it still tasted fine, but it didn't look appetizing. All right. So you can probably make that a little bit smaller. So you can see about the size of the pieces that I have. You know, small, even pieces. They kind of look like apple chunks, don't they? Go ahead and toss those in. I'll try to think of interesting things to say while you watch me cut up an entire bowl of, actually it's not a bowl, it's a colander. While you watch me cut an entire colander of baby red potatoes. There we go. But now you can't see the potatoes. This is why I don't like selfie mode. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. Ew. All these potatoes are all soft and mushy. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. All right. What's your favorite holiday? I'm trying to spark more conversation in the comments and like, yeah, you guys should email me, chuggybowling@yahoo.com. I had to think for a second because I don't get any emails from people. I'm not in that mailbox very often. But yeah, email Chuggy. Questions. Tell you what, how about this? Email me some questions and I will do a Chuggy Q&A in one episode. But you got to email me, chuggybowling@yahoo.com. You can ask me questions about bowling. You can ask me more questions about bowling. They don't all have to be about bowling. You can ask me whatever, you know, just keep it respectful, keep it polite. All right, it looks like I am probably going to end up using both bags of potatoes that I got. Okay. Cutting potatoes, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'll be honest, you would not watch cooking shows if they were like this. Tell you what, I will spare you the trouble of watching me cut all of these potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and hit the pause button, and when we come back, we'll be working on the lettuce. Stay tuned. All right, so it after ended up being 3 pounds, close to 3 pounds of baby red potatoes. We're ready to move on to the cabbage. Truth be told, I really am not quite sure how to cut cabbage, so let's hope I don't make a huge mess. All right, so we got our cabbage here, and I don't know, let me know if I'm doing this right. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the butt, and cut off the end there, and toss that. And then the leaves, should probably get a bowl for this. There. It's in a bowl now. And then I do want to cut the leaves. I'm going to cut off the ends, and then I think I'm just going to separate them from the stem. Let's have them like that. Yeah, we'll do that. That looks good. There we go. Yeah, we'll have leaves. And then, you know, we'll collect those, and I think we'll either chop those up some more before we put them in. But yeah, I'm feeling really confident about this year. I think I might have finally nailed it. Okay. Once again, let's go ahead and get that food show angle for you. So as you can see, once again, we're just simply cutting it away from the stalk. Good. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Wow, damn, that's good cabbage. All right. I think what I want to do is, smaller pieces can just go in there. I think what I want to do is chop this up, or no, let's just put it in whole. Because it's cabbage, there's a lot of water in it. It'll cook down, so yeah, we're good with that. So we'll just continuing on with what we're doing. We're going to take our cabbage, we're gonna unleave it. Is that a word? Is that what you do with cabbage? You unleave it? Nice. And so what I did discover last year, though, is that I don't need to actually let this cook for 3 whole days. A couple of days, actually a couple of hours is more than plenty. No more than a day, really, is what you need. I let it cook overnight, turn it to low. You know, obviously, anytime you're dealing with meat, you want to make sure your meat is cooked through. You don't want to get sick or get anybody else sick. Okay, just removing it from the stalk. All right, and for the rest of this, I think I'm just going to shred it with my hands. This is weird. It's like an onion almost. All the layers of the cabbage. Let's try this. What happens if I do this? Oh, that's much easier. Hey, why didn't anybody tell me about this? And now I cut it along the edge of this, of that. Yeah. I cut along the edge of that. Now all of a sudden, I can chop this. Hey, look at that. We learned something together. You and me. See, this is why Channel Chuggy is important. We learn stuff. Yeah, cool. Okay, now that's making a mess. All right, that's cool. Look at that. Look what I did. Look at that. Yep, we're just gonna go ahead and dump that in the crock-pot. Okay, I'm serious about that. We're probably good on cabbage. Yeah, I think we're good. And since it is a crock-pot, you know, and there's a lot of water in there between the potatoes and, you know, the little bit of water that we put in the bottom so it won't burn. And then, oh God, this is awful. There we go. And then the water from the cabbage. I think I already said that. No, I said potatoes. Whatever. It's going to cook down, you know. I'll save some of the cabbage so I can add a little bit later. But yeah, we've got it going on high now. We're going to let it cook for a few hours. Let it cook overnight, I think. At least, yeah, we'll let it cook overnight. We'll turn it to low, though, when we let it cook overnight. We'll check it in the morning. So there will be a part 2 tomorrow. Unless you guys really want to watch me do the cleanup, I don't think so. But yeah, please like, subscribe, share, and yeah, email me, chuggybowling@yahoo.com. And let me know what your favorite holiday is. And we will see you tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. Sláinte, and keep on chugging.